So this is my code for my dice game. First of all, we start off with the form variables, player total for each player, and random, and also some arrays for picture boxes for the two dice that we're going to roll. Okay, so first we have our lists for picture boxes. So these are two separate lists for two separate dices. Then we have here what we're doing is we're creating a random number for dice 1 and dice 2, and what we're going to do is we're going to print that out to the answer label. Then we're going to create like a temporary score where we're going to add dice 1 and dice 2. We're going to set timer 2 and timer 3 to their intervals to 100, and then we're going to do player 1 total is equal to, so player 1 total plus the temporary score we made. Then we're going to divide that by 2. Now if it's 0, that means it's even, so we can add 10, otherwise it's odd and we minus 5. Then we're gonna, if the dice 1 is equal to dice 2, so we rolled a double, we can re-roll again and print that, and again do the in temporary score. And here we have the exact same code but for player 2. And at the end we show what the person's score is, and we also record using using amount 1 pressed, amount button 1 pressed to see how many times the first button has been pressed, and if it goes over 5 then we add that button, and the same applies to the second button, except we use amount button 2 pressed, and we use I to record how many times both buttons have been clicked. So if a button has been clicked 10 times, then we can display the restart button to restart the game. And when we hit the restart button, we'll have a label and it will compare the two scores, and it will say who won or if it was a draw, and we'll also reset our variables so we can continue playing the game. And we of course stop our timers and reset our scores. And here we have the code for our timers. What it'll do is it will show a picture box and it will increasingly get slower. Interval, we're adding 50 each time, and then the final box, it will show the whatever the dice we have rolled. For example, if you've rolled a 5, it will end up stopping on a 5. And it's the exact same code for timer 3. Now here we have the game, we're going to play it. So here we roll a 3 and a 4. So we can see the dices are getting slower and slower. And we ended up on a 3 and a 4. And our total is 2. So we did 3 plus 4 is 7. And then because we rolled an odd number, we minus 5, so we got 2. Here we rolled in a 6 and a 5, so 11 minus 5. And we see the dices end up on 6 and 5. And now we're going to repeat this 5 times for each player. Now here we can see that roll button 1 has disappeared because we've clicked it 5 times. And now the same thing is going to happen with roll 2. The restart button has appeared. Now we can see that player 2 has a greater score than player 1, so it's going to show that player 2 has won. and then here we're going to restart. It's going to reset our scores and show our buttons again.